service 14.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Really?
Oh, God.
You get nailed.
You win, you baby. Oh, Superman, I'm going to give it
Huh?
So basically,
Chris, you're up. Right here. I know. Okay, I'm just making sure. You knew.
hurry up, we're going to have all kinds of experience that. I'm usually willing to fix me.
I put the one in there.
Alright.
There's two.
That's what it is? Yeah. And then
This has this, and then there's a thing right here.
Oh, yeah, that's what it is.
There you go. There's more to the song than just one mic.
Oh, yeah.
You gotta take.
Yeah.
like Jesus, but he's really not Jesus. You can whip his butt.
Input. Free throw.
Yeah, it's the same.
No, that's all right. We need to get this back going.
But you do that real men deny your point.
It's just one. All right. Ready? Ready? Let's push it down.
champ.
Ready? Yep, and play.
Good catch.
Ready? On three. Play. 1-4. Ready? And play. 1-5. Ready? And play. Ready? And play. Go! 20 away.
Come on, Jacob, focus.
Ready? And play.
Okay guys, welcome back to Air Hockey Live 360, brought to you as always by the I-45 Bingo Hall and our generous benefactor tonight, Peter Chung. We have got our winner's bracket final match between Chris Gibson and Cam Whetstone. The winner of this will be our first entrant into the Friday night championship table, and they will get a good long rest while they are waiting on an opponent. Okay, folks, for those of you just tuning in, you may have noticed that Cam, after scoring just 1 point, was to 6 as he finishes off Chris Gibson 7-2. Just a reminder, the Air Hockey Live 360 weekly championships are a handicap-based tournament. So, sorry, he doesn't get that right. So, Chris Gibson is a level 6. Cam Whetstone is a level 2 player. So 6 minus 2 equals 4, and that's how you come up with the lower level players' starting spot. And Cam, just like that, out to a 5-0 and a quick 5-1 lead. Looking to finish off Chris Gibson in a hurry and take his spot at the weekly championship table. Things going well for Whetstone so far, but Chris Gibson begins to close the gap. Gonna need to rattle off 4 before Cam gets 1, or Gibson will be relegated to the elimination bracket finals, where he will have a nice long rest while we are playing out the rest of the elimination side. Nice block there from Gibson on the attempt down the middle by Whetstone. Plenty of pace, but Chris Gibson shuts it down with a little backhanded block. Whetstone trying to find a hole in the defense of Gibson down the middle, but Gibson's just got his coverage is way too solid on the scoring area. Whetstone probably needs to start working those rails a little bit more. Just like that, goes left wall over, and it goes in and out. That looked like the match winner for him, folks, but sometimes looks can be deceiving, and the table can give a big assist on the defense. Our present world champion Colin Cummings has made an appearance at the Air Hockey Live 360 Weekly. He is slowly but surely working his way through the elimination bracket side, as he did close out Jacob Munoz in the match previous to this one, 5-7, 7-5, 7-6. Good turnout for the weekly championship tonight. School being back in session, lots of the college kids who went home for the summer are back, and we are happy to have them joining us again. Good 17-man tournament tonight. We're expecting a lot more than that for the amateur tournament tomorrow over at Brian Chink's place. We are down to sudden death here in game number 2. Whetstone looking to close out the match. Gibson looking to push it to a third game, and you hear the emotion out of Mr. Gibson as he closes out Whetstone 7-6 here in game number 2. Gibson will have the possession on the restart, and Whetstone will get his normal 4-point spot. Match only about 4 minutes and 20 seconds old, and Gibson with the mistake right off the bat, and now Whetstone just 2 points from the championship table. He's gotten to this point in 2 games, in the previous 2 games, scoring first on Gibson to take a 5-0 lead. He's able to close Gibson out in game number 1, but Gibson able to make up the deficit in game 2 and close Whetstone out 7-5, and Cam is gonna do it. He knocks off Chris Gibson 7-2, and congratulations to Cam Whetstone. He has become the first competitor to reach the championship table this evening. Chris Gibson getting a bye all the way to the elimination bracket final with his first loss of the evening, so we will see him again very shortly. We now have a match coming up between Chris's brother Tyler and our present world champion Ooh, and our present world champion, Colin Cummings. How many points does he get? 3. And Colin scores right off the snap. Quick start to this match for Colin Cummings, scoring right off the opening face-off, and now with that shot, beautiful shot down the middle, within a point of Tyler Gibson. Gibson getting a 3-point head start in each of these games, and man, that was a beautiful shot. Lots of pace off that right rail by Colin Cummings, and then Cummings brings another one down the middle, but Gibson with the quick answer, and I believe we're all knotted up at 5 now. Points coming fast and furious here in game number 1. We have yet to pass the 1 minute mark, and we have already seen 7 points scored. Scoring not always about hitting the puck hard, folks. Sometimes it's about placement, but Cummings there with another beautiful right wall under, showing a strong combination of pace and accuracy. Colin is a creative shot maker. Will play the puck off some interesting parts of his mallet. And I really thought that was it. I'm sorry. We are at 6-5 Colin, so within game point number 1.
Okay. 1-0. 1-0 to my left. 4-point spot is 4-0. Possession is over there. Ready? Ready. And play. 1 point. 5-1. Game 1-2. Hey!
Okay, folks, I didn't even get a chance to get my voice back on the air in game number 2. Over in a hurry, Tyler Gibson taking it to the 7-time defending world champion there in game number 2. But he is still facing a fairly uphill battle. Colin Cummings going to be bringing some aggressive emotion, I would guess. Not really happy with himself at the conclusion of that last game. Another great shot off that right rail. He's found something over there that works, and he's going to keep going back to the well. Another one in the same spot off the deep right rail. Just keeps slipping it right behind the defense of Gibson. Gibson unable to find an answer for that powerful shot yet. Cummings taking the game back to the left side of the table now. Looks like he's just trying to loosen up the defense of Gibson. And he's going to come back deep off the right side. Just like that, folks.
5 off. Table off. When the table comes back on, the puck will be in.
5 all. obviously our official Cam Whetstone, really interested in the result of this match and all the matches going forward, as he has already earned his spot at the final table. Here's a sudden death, folks, and it's gonna be the 7-time world champion Cummings closing out Gibson 7-6 in game number 2 and winning this elimination bracket match 2-1. Folks, my name's Jay. We are going to cut away for a quick commercial break. Once again, thanks to our benefactor tonight, Peter Chung, for his generous donation to Air Hockey Live 360. We will be back in just about 90 seconds. Okay, folks, welcome back to Air Hockey Live 360, our Friday night weekly champion. We are now bringing you a match between our defending world champion Colin Cummings and a very talented youngster in Austin Fernandez. Austin getting a 1-point head start in each of these games against Colin. The loser of this match, unfortunately, will be calling it an evening, but with a respectable 4th place finish out of a field of 17. Cummings really been working that right rail tonight, and he's going to keep going to it. If it's not broke, don't fix it. And Colin now with a 2-1 lead over Fernandez. Winner of this match will be moving on to face Chris Gibson in the elimination bracket final. We are down to our last 4 competitors for the evening, with Cam Whetstone waiting at the championship table for an opponent out of our elimination bracket. Nice strong shot by Fernandez, but Cummings just shuts it down on defense. You do not win 7 world championships in a row without being able to make some spectacular saves on the defensive side. As with any sport, I know the fun is always on the offensive side of... Seems like it's always on the offensive side on the boards, but championships are won with good defense, folks. If every other major sport has taught us anything, a talented offense can only get you so far. It is defense that wins championships. Austin Fernandez takes a 3-2 lead over Cummings here in game number 1. 2 minutes in. The scoring not coming nearly as fast and furious as we've seen in Cummings' previous 2 matches. Another beautiful shot off the right rail from Colin Cummings. We are knotted at 3. Cummings getting away from the right rail and just coming with a powerful wrist shot down the left-hand side. Straight to the back of the scoring zone, and Fernandez could not get his mallet over in time to close it down on that one. Cummings with a tough angle off the left rail that time, and now has a 5-3 lead over Fernandez here in game number 1. Little diamond drift work from Fernandez fails to open up the defense of Cummings. Always a tall order. Excuse me, folks. Always a tall order trying to beat the world champion in anything, and air hockey is no exception. Colin Cummings, the first to game point here in game number 1. Fernandez going to have to muster up 4 unanswered against the world champion and doesn't even come close. Cummings really with the first forehand attempt at the scoring zone we've seen in this match, and boy, it was a good one. He capitalizes, and he's going to knock off Fernandez in game 1, 7-3. Fernandez only able to muster 2 points against the champ in that one. Why don't you get your check from Phil while you're here too?
Phil's not here anymore.
He didn't write me a check. He was gonna do next month too.
Oh, well.
I think he was waiting to hear from you. He said he texted you.
No.
Well, and got a good one going here in game number 2, folks. Fernandez got out to an early lead against Cummings, but Cummings is battling back nicely. It's been a really good battle here in the elimination bracket semis. If you'd like to see the complete bracket from tonight's tournament, you can do so at Brackalope.com. Just type Robinhood into the search engine, and the Robinhood Weekly for today's date will be the first result that gets returned. It's been a good one tonight. Is Fernandez going to win game 2 over Colin Cummings 7-5? We are all knotted up at 1 game apiece. As our players take a short break to grab their breath. And I will be right back, folks. And Austin Fernandez now just 1 point away from a stunning upset over our 7-time world champion. Cummings coming hard on the offensive side, but Fernandez able to... All right, folks, that is how we come down to it. 6-6 tie, sudden death for the championship, or for the match. There it is, folks. Austin Fernandez with the upset over Colin Cummings. Colin Cummings with a solid 4th place finish at the weekly championship, but Austin Fernandez with the shocker over the 7-time world champion. And that means Austin Fernandez is going to face off against Chris Gibson in our elimination bracket final. We will have that match for you right after this short commercial break. Okay, folks, our final table is set. Chris Gibson is going to get his rematch against Cam Whetstone at our championship table. Congratulations to Austin Fernandez for his third place finish and finishes in the money at this weekly championship. Now, going into our final table, Cam Whetstone just 2 games away from a championship, while Chris Gibson will have to win 2 full matches. So Gibson gonna need 4 games versus Whetstone's 2 to claim a title. We are going to step away for a very quick commercial break, give Mr. Gibson a chance to catch his breath. Thanks again to our wonderful benefactor this evening, Peter Chung. My name is Jay, and we'll be right back in about 40 seconds. this is it. We have reached our championship table. Chris Gibson going to get his rematch with Cam Whetstone and try to get some retribution for his loss back in the winner's bracket final. Whetstone has had a nice long rest. And again, Cam will be getting a 4-point head start in each of these games. Gibson making up the staggers, opens with the first 2 points here against Gibson. Our official for this match is our third place finisher, Austin Fernandez. Congratulations to him once again. And our 7-time defending world champion, Colin Cummings, with a 4th place finish this evening. Congratulations to Collins as well. Good turnout for the tournament this evening. 17 competitors making the trip to the Robin Hood House for the weekly tournament. While Gibson quietly has closed the gap to 4-3 here against Whetstone at the championship table. Oh, and Whetstone with a mistake. An own goal by Gibson allows... An own goal by Whetstone allows Gibson to take a 5-4 lead. I apologize. Not a 5-4 lead. He's down 5-4. My apologies. Totally messed that up. That was all me. We did not see Cam much over the summer. Cam is a broadcasting student over at the University of Houston and is the voice of Cougar Lady Softball as well. And we have got a sudden death for the opening game here at the championship table. Both players sitting on 6 points. Gibson a lot better showing in this match against Whetstone than he had the first time. Gibson finishing him off in a hurry, using his head start to a major advantage, and closing out Gibson in 2 straight games. And Whetstone gonna win game number 1, and now just 1 game away from claiming that coveted weekly title. Our players will reset. Gibson will have possession. And Gibson opens the scoring with a great shot right off the opening snap. And Gibson closing down that head start. He was able to do the same thing in game 1, get it all the way to 6-6 before Whetstone was able to finish him off 7-6. And Whetstone now 2 points away, but Gibson not giving up just yet. And Whetstone now on championship point as our competitors just keep trading. And we're to sudden death again, folks. It is championship point for Whetstone, game point for Gibson, and Gibson holds off Whetstone at 6-6. We switch sides. We are going to do it again. This match moving quick, less than 4 minutes and 30 seconds. And we are almost ready to start game number 3. Competitors reset. Whetstone with possession, and we are ready to go right at the 5-minute mark. And Gibson opens the scoring again. But Whetstone with the quick answer, and now up 5-1. Again, just 2 points away from a championship one more time, while Gibson, if he can manage to win here in game number 3, will force a second match by handing Whetstone his first defeat of the evening. Whetstone making it to the championship table undefeated, while Gibson had to take the much more scenic route through the elimination side. Whetstone now on championship point, and he's gonna do it. Cam Whetstone gonna be our champion for August 16th, 2019. Gets through undefeated. Largest field we've had in about a month, folks, with 17 competitors. But Whetstone was just Whetstone, and his head starts against the better players was just too much for anyone to handle. Congratulations to Cam Whetstone, our weekly champion. Chris Gibson with a solid second place finish. And Austin Fernandez going to finish in third place. Again, my name is Jay, the voice of Air Hockey Live 360. It has been a wonderful Friday evening to spend with you all. Again, congratulations to our champion Cam Whetstone, our second place competitor Chris Gibson. Thank you again to the I-45 Bingo Hall. Excuse me. Thanks again to our sponsor at the I-45 Bingo Hall, the home of the daily prize $10,000 in cash and prizes. And once again, thank you very much, Mr. Peter Chung, for your generous donation. It is from listeners and fans like you that allows us to keep bringing you these wonderful broadcasts. Again, my name is Jay, and this is Air Hockey Live 360 signing out.